Welcome back, Drama Alert Nation. I'm your host, Mr. Beast Edgy Cousin. Let's get right into the news! Austin McBroom is fighting Gib confirmed. A live streamer was assaulted and jumped while in Japan. Kanye West and Pete Davidson might fight. Jake Paul is setting it up. Alex Wassabi trashes KSI. And Ludwig calls out a Twitch employee. But first, James Charles is making headlines again. He tweeted out his Minecraft stats. Most of my followers will have no idea what this means, but I'm pretty proud of my solo stats from tonight. Getting better, with multiple Minecraft YouTubers responding to him, seemingly down to collab. Well, people are not happy about this, with several tweets criticizing him going viral. This one had over 32,000 likes. Did you all just forget what James Charles did? Or are you all just gonna let him go play Minecraft and groom more people? With another reading, sometimes gatekeeping is okay. And by that I mean, can somebody please keep James Charles away from Minecraft? A confirmed child predator, playing a game that children are known to play. And why does this man still have a platform? Y'all got me effed up. Now, for the sake of clarity, I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. James Charles is not a confirmed predator, but he has been catfished an unreasonable amount of times, to where some people think it's no longer an accident, and they see these people collaborating with him in a space full of children as irresponsible. Next, BBC released an article saying Chandler Hollow, a prominent figure in Mr. Beast videos, was shot dead while performing a stunt. A lot of people were surprised by the news, no one more so than Chandler himself. He tweeted, "Just found out I died," with Mr. Beast replying, "Sorry I made you eat 10,000 pickles in 5 hours. So it's official. Drama Alert is more credible than BBC News. Also in the news, a Twitch streamer named Cash Meow was live streaming in Japan when they were suddenly attacked. No. Yo, this guy looks like Pete Davidson.
Don't make a problem, guys. Whoa. Ken.
Well, they ran off and left him alone. Cash Meow seemed to be okay, but then they came back and jumped him again.
They broke my equipment. It's not nothing happened. They should leave the country for doing that to somebody. They touched the girl. That's why I stood up to them the whole time. If they hadn't broken my equipment, I wouldn't have pursued this to any extent, but they broke my that pisses me off. Ow! Well, at least they didn't get my cell phones.
He did call the police, and luckily he seems to be okay. Kanye West, however, doesn't. He's been acting more insane than usual lately. Him and Kim Kardashian went through a divorce this past year, and she's been going out with comedian Pete Davidson. And Kanye has not been handling it well. He made a music video depicting Pete Davidson getting kidnapped and buried. He's wiped his entire Instagram, showing only 3 pictures now. One is an album cover that says divorce, the other one says dead, and the third is a picture of pins on his daughter's backpack. Captioned, "This was on my daughter's backpack when I was allowed to see her last week. This is why I go so hard for my family. I am wired to protect my family at all costs. As the priest of my home, don't worry, Northy God is still alive." What? Kim replied to this saying, "Please stop with this narrative. You were just here this morning picking up the kids for school." Pete, who's been relatively quiet about the whole thing, has finally broken his silence. Text messages were leaked between him and Kanye, and Pete's a savage, man. He says, "Yo, it's Skete. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so f***ing lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the f*** up." Kanye replied, "Oh, so you're using profanity. Where are you right now?" And Pete replies with, "In bed with your wife," with a picture of himself. Oh my god, he killed him. Then they try to set up what seems like a talk or maybe a fight. Either way, it's clearly not gonna happen. Kanye says, "You're more than welcome to come to Sunday service." And Pete replies with, "Why don't we meet after Sunday service in the Saints game? I'll be at BHH and we could have food and talk it out in my room. Privately, one-on-one, man to man. What you are doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I'm begging you. And Kanye simply says, you want to see me? Come to Sunday service. I will say, even though Pete started this off acting pretty antagonistic, he does end up giving Kanye some genuine advice. You have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which they've wanted to do for months. I've stopped stand-up comedians from doing bits about you because I don't want the father of my girl's kid to look bad out there. I have your back even though you treat me like because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm going to stop being nice. This situation has been going on for so long and has gotten so out of control that Jake Paul is coming to settle the beef. He wants them to fight.
I have an official offer for Kanye West and Pete Davidson, most valuable promotion certified. I got $30 million for each of you guaranteed, plus pay-per-view upside for a 6-round boxing match. Let's make it happen. Let's settle this beef like men before the children keep on getting impacted by all of y'all's antics. Let's get it done. Make it happen.
Jake is such a hustler, man. After looking at the height difference, I don't think this would be a very fair fight. But hey, I'm a sucker. KSI has been talking a lot of trash about Alex Wassabi lately. Well, Alex Wassabi finally said something back.
There was 2 times in my life where I was passionately hated. There's these 2 random bullies, separate times, where they passionately hated me, and I'm getting the same vibes from KSI. And this is just the pattern I see. I'm not saying anything, but this is the pattern I see, okay? Both those bullies that passionately hated me in the past later came out.
Oh, shit. Wait a sec. What are you?
It's just the pattern. It's just the pattern.
Wait a second. What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying from my past experience, this is the kind of hate you get from that.
Because he's got this frustration.
Yeah, he's like, he's
really,
not reciprocating my feelings. Oh, like,
he don't really want to fight you. He want to you. Oh my God.
I didn't say, you said that. I'm just telling you
That's
my
dope,
observation.
bro.
In other boxing news, Austin McBroom has come out defending himself from KSI's manager, who said McBroom wouldn't fight because he was asking for too much money. Well, McBroom clarified that the negotiation wasn't to fight KSI. It was to fight Gibb. They wanted me to go all the way to the UK to fight in the UK versus USA event they just had. Stop capping before I have my pops beat your butt. How does KSI's manager talk more smack than KSI? Since KSI's manager is full of garbage, going around telling people they offered me a deal, and the reason why we're not fighting is because I was asking for too much. If that's the case, before KSI signs a deal to fight Alex for August, sign a deal with me and I'll fight for the same deal you're trying to give to Alex. You won't do that though. This is the last time I'm going to mention KSI because we all know he isn't going to fight me for his first fight back. Let's just hope he gets past Alex, so after I beat up Gibb, we can line it up for the end of the year. So it's confirmed now. Alex Wassabi versus KSI and McBroom versus Gibb, potentially both booked at the same event in August. Ludwig recently called out a Twitch employee. A Twitch employee named Christian Bishop was caught stealing content and acting like it was his own. He runs a TikTok channel called Esports and has been ripping videos from other accounts and re-uploading them as if he made them. Ludwig called him out.
He tweeted, yo, at Esports, is there any reason you as a verified brand account are shamelessly ripping off all the content on your TikTok from other accounts creators? Like literally just downloading and reposting TikToks with a watermark removed and improper tagging. And it is specifically TikToks edited for my TikTok. Now, I want to clarify, I don't mind people using my clips, but taking someone else's edit and then spinning it as your own is weird. That's just a weird thing to do. You did zero work. You just downloaded, and then you know you're doing something wrong when you get rid of the watermark. So they know they're doing it. They get called out for doing it. They keep doing it.
Well, Christian Bishop's response has been to block everybody who interacts with this post. He told his employees to ignore Radstad, the guy he stole content from, because he's a nobody, which doesn't make much sense when you think about it.
Let him go. He's a nobody. Which is like, how do you talk to people like that unironically? How do you actually just whittle down someone to irrelevant or relevant? These are the same people who like buddy in the DMs with me like, hey, can you please do this? Oh my God. And suck me off because I have followers. It's so fucking cringe that you can't just treat people, as human. The nobody is the guy whose work you are using. He's not a nobody if his work is good enough for you to use it in your own TikTok verified page.
Esports was losing their sponsorships over this. And finally, after all of this, Christian Bishop unblocked Radstad and tweeted, I should have followed up that response from you and discussed it with you. On the topic of stealing, Socks for One, a Minecraft YouTuber with over 4 million subscribers, has stolen over $13,000 from a small YouTube channel called Artful Highlights. Artful owned an editing agency and was hired by Socks to edit some of Socks' videos, giving him some of his best months ever. It's a long story that said, I've already covered on my own channel. The point is, when I called out Socks the first time for not paying the guy, he initially fixed it, DMing me saying he doesn't agree with all of the points I made. However, out of good faith, I decided to send Artful 13 grand. Well, as of last week, nearly 2 months later, Socks has since refunded all of the money, bringing Artful's balance to negative $11,000. Socks is doing this by lying to his bank, saying that he wasn't the one who sent Artful the money, which is ridiculous because I have proof that he was the one who sent the money. He DM'd me it. So much for sending it in good faith. When I reached out to Socks for why he's doing this, he ignored me. It's been over 2 weeks. He's doing this because Artful only has 25,000 subscribers. Meanwhile, Socks has 4 million. He knows he can get away with it. And it's not like Artful can sue Socks because he lives in a different country. It would cost him more than 13 grand to do it. Socks for one may be a family-friendly channel, but the dude is a complete rat behind the scenes. He needs to be called out for it. This is stealing. Critical was up for an award at the Streamies this year.
Oh, let's go. I think this is us. Let's go.
I'm here with Charlie and Charlie.
Yeah.
So much. Yeah, we're just so excited to be here. It feels like GTA 6 just got announced, but it didn't. And I'm just so excited. I haven't been this excited since Belle Delphine announced that she was doing hardcore. I watched that the day it came out, and I've watched it every day since. And
He ended up winning Best Variety Streamer tweeting. Honestly, it means so much to me. Thank you so much. This next story is disturbing, so we're calling out small commentator and Drama Alert field reporter Lyrics with the scoop.
So this pretty big YouTuber who goes by the name of James Bear, but changed his name after this controversy for a pretty good reason, because apparently he had a little bit too much fun with his sister, his kid sister. He had a fun time with her. This guy's got over 300k subs, and he's known for doing animations on YouTube. And this Google document came out about him with 182 pages. But the most damning thing that we're going to be talking about that involves his sister is on page 13, where there's allegedly this DM that apparently is him, where he says this: "It all began in February 2013 when I began to get a little friend called depression. I didn't know at the time, and I did something terrible. I had sex with my sister, which at the time I was 13 and she was 9. If it makes you feel better, I'm suffering emotionally, and I did it because of depression." Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there with depression, anyone who is diagnosed with depression, you have to keep an eye out for them, because apparently one of the symptoms of depression is fucking your sister. For the rest of this DM, he's just pulling the victim card again and again in the same token of bringing up his depression. He also brings up how his dad emotionally abused him, as if that's any excuse for the shit that he did. And then after this guy releases a statement about this situation that only can be accessed through the Wayback Machine, because he immediately deleted it. And he says this: "With what's being brought up about me, I have to admit about the sister thing. It did happen, but only once, when we were just kids and it was consensual. Newsflash, motherfucker, you can't consent as a kid." But whatever, that's like the least of your issues right now. "I made a mistake when I was a kid, and I didn't know it was bad, but those mistakes I made all those years ago don't define who I am today. I'm a completely different person. I love YouTubers. You guys can always count on us." And in case you guys were wondering if this confession is real and if it's actually from James's Twitter account, all evidence points to him being guilty about this. If you go to his channel and then look at his featured channels, you'll find his second channel where he has a link for his Twitter account, and that links to exactly the same exact where this tweet came from for the confession. So yeah, it's not looking good for our friend James Bear, but at the end of the day, these are all just allegations. Maybe his Twitter account was hacked, that for some reason he had linked on his second channel. Who fucking knows?
Thanks, Lyrics, for making my day just a little bit more cursed. Be sure to check out Lyrics. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to Drama Alert and hit that notification bell, because we will be updating you on all these stories and more as they develop. Thanks for watching. Until next time.